They score, and when you're 1-0 up, you're into injury time, and then you receive a counter-attack, a penalty, and the equaliser in the last second. It's always disappointing. But I think overall, if I look at the 90 minutes, I think a draw is a fair result, I have to say.
Should you have held on to the ball there right at the end, Michael?
Yeah, you can always say instead of going for the second goal, but yeah, we would normally say it like the last minute before half time. Always try to keep the ball. I mean, we were 1-0 up, and but.
Первая половина, когда минута до конца, мы старались держать мяч подольше.
But again, I think we still have to remember that very few of our players have been playing internationally. I think we're still learning, and I think that's why it was so important for me to get into this group stage, to get as many games as possible in this competition, because I think it will be so important for the squad, and especially for the players as well individually, to get this international experience.
Are you disappointed with the overall performance?
Well, I think that our first half was not that good, but again, I think these games are very tight. I have to say that it's like when we play St. Gallen. I think these games, they're much more difficult than they seem. They're much more difficult than maybe a lot of people think. Okay, we're playing in the Premier League, we're playing a Swiss team, we're playing a Russian team. We should just, it's just 90 minutes and went back home. And but it's not like that. You know, when you play in Europe, it's even teams from, I already said it before, teams from smaller countries, smaller football countries, they are very difficult and very competitive, and we see them many times.
How do you see the position in the group now? Как вы смотрите на ваши позиции сейчас в очков?
Well, we still have to do some hard work. I don't know if we need 3 or 4 points. We have 3 games. 3 very difficult games, because 2 away games. We have to travel to Krasnodar, a long travel, difficult game. We always seen that. We will receive a completely different Valencia from the one we saw some weeks ago in Mestalla, and then we end up playing the last game in December in Switzerland. So there's still a lot of very hard work to do if we want to move on to the knockout phase.
Was tonight a missed opportunity, Michael? Because you're playing at home, you only get 3 home games in the group.
Well, I said before we started this competition that normally it's very important, your home games. Of course, you can say we beat the best team in the group away, so that's changed a little everything. But we still have one game at home, even if it's a very difficult one against Valencia. But still, to have 7 points after these 3 games, I think it's very good, and we still are in a situation where we can decide ourselves if we want to move on to the next stage.
Michael, you're known as a team, as a manager who likes to play expansive and attacking football, but was there a case to have kept the ball better in the last couple of minutes?
Yeah, you can always say it's easy to say afterwards. Yeah, we should, instead of trying to go for the second, just to move the ball around. Yeah, but as I mentioned before, it's we still have a team in some cases are still a little unexperienced, and we learn from this, and sometimes you have to make some mistakes to learn. I think especially you learn from your mistakes, and so this is a part of it, and well, I think it will benefit everybody in the long term. Of course, here tonight it's a little disappointing that we did not get the 3 points, but it happens.
You had 2 opportunities to keep the ball in the injury.
Yeah, we had, but yeah.
Do you say anything else to keep giving away the penalty at the end? How do you console the guy who's given a penalty away in the very last minute of the game? Do you put your arm around him?
Well, I mean, it's always difficult. Should you stand? Should you go out? Should you stay in the goal? I mean, Gerhard is an experienced goalkeeper. He's not 19 years old. He's very experienced. So I mean, again, it's what happened. Now we can't do anything about it. The game is finished. So see it as an experience. Unfortunately, the unlucky one, it ended. But still, it's what we should will have to learn from for the next games coming up. As I said, we still have 3 games in the group, and we can still decide ourselves.